how this man's skin was bound into a book. It all starts with Maria Marten, the daughter of a mole catcher who caught the eye of a William Rder, the son of a local farmer. Maria already had a complicated past. She had once courted William's elder brother, who had fathered her first child before sadly drowning in a pond. By the time she met William, this first child had passed away, and she'd had another son named Thomas Henry, who was financially supported by his wealthy father. This came to about £5 quarterly. Maria and William grew close, meeting in secret and talking while she sewed, and sometimes staying overnight at the Red Barn across the way. Eventually, Maria became pregnant again. William promised to marry her, but months passed and their child tragically passed away. With no child binding them together, William could have simply walked away, but he didn't. Instead, he continued making empty promises, all while their relationship grew more volatile. One argument centered around a stolen £5 note, money William had taken from Maria. Then, one night, he came up with a plan. He told Maria that they would marry in secret in Ipswich. To avoid suspicion, he instructed her to dress as a man and meet him at the Red Barn. But Maria never left that barn, and she was never seen alive again. Meanwhile, William carried on as if nothing had happened. He visited his mother, assured Maria's family that she was with relatives, and even forged letters claiming that she was too ill or too injured to write. Nearly a year later, Maria's stepmother began having vivid nightmares, dreams of Maria's body being buried at the Red Barn. Her father, disturbed by these visions, decided to investigate, and noticing disturbed ground, he dug, and there, beneath the floor of the Red Barn, he found his daughter's remains. William was quickly tracked down in London, where he was living with his new wife, where they had set up a school together. He was arrested while eating breakfast with his wife and students. His story changed. First, he claimed Maria took her own life, and then that he had acted in self-defense. So, was it an argument turned nasty, or was it all planned? Some details suggest it was spur of the moment, like the shallow grave and the fact that he had to borrow a shovel. But other clues point to premeditation. He made Maria dress as a man to avoid being seen. He brought a gun, and he showed no remorse afterwards. But perhaps the most chilling clue was the stolen £5 note. Stealing money was a capital offence back in those days, and so maybe Maria wasn't just a lover he wanted to leave behind. Maybe she was a witness that needed to be silenced. Whatever the truth, William Rder was convicted and sentenced to hang, and in one final disgrace his body was anatomized and his skin tanned and bound into a book. And that's